Okay, I believe I am recording. So this is my final project for the Android programming class. It's an app called FishSync. This has been an equal collaboration between myself and my cat. And yeah, so what is the idea behind FishSync? So I'm a pretty avid angler. I love fishing. I chose an ocean background to celebrate the beauty of the outdoors and water. And one of my big challenges is whenever you have a beautiful day like the one seen behind me, you want to go fishing. There's many different types of fishing that you can have in mind. There's many different people to fish with, and what ends up happening is you get this like flurry of texting people. Are you free this day? What time would work for you? What type of fishing are you interested in? All this sort of stuff. And something I've long wished for was that if people saw like an opportunity to go fishing and they were interested in going fishing, that they would update a page, say, "Hey, I'm going fishing at this time. If anybody wants to join me," or something along those lines, so you can get live visibility into everybody's fishing whereabouts or plants. And so this is an attempt to take the sort of ideas that I had in class and apply them in this sort of case. So what I'm going to show off first to begin with. So what you're seeing right here is just the login page. This uses Firebase's authentication in the back. I had the Firebase authentication like default page, and then I decided that I wanted to figure out how to use Google's material components a little bit. And so this is a slightly more modern UI, informed partially by Gemini. And it's nice because it looks a little bit more modern, though you can't fix bad taste, and I don't know how to do color schemes. So this is my attempt at it. Now, let's start off with an email. So right now you can see this is the authentication page. These are all the users that I have. This is my third time doing the demo. I messed up on the first two, so third time's the charm. Let's do this. Let's do demo user or FishSync user. We're going to say FishSync user one, FishSync user, just at example.com. And what is the password? It's just going to be password, right? Nice and easy to remember. And we're going to sign up. If I try to log in, it'll say like authentication failed because that user is not created yet, but I'm going to press sign up. And what you should see right here is that user should show up right here. Yeah, FishSync user. There they are. And so now what you see right here is kind of like the main page of the app. These are the general events. These are all the events that are present. This is all stored in Firestore. So if I open up Firestore right here, you're going to see an events object, and it kind of has all the information that's associated, well, has exactly all the information that's associated with the event. So the date, time, description, the actual ID for the event. Most IDs are this kind of Firestore or automatically generated IDs. This was just sample mock data that I created for testing, and the location of it, and the people attending the event. And so I'll showcase that stuff when I'm creating the event itself. But yeah, you can see these are all the events. It has a nice recycler view. You can actually do searching. So right here, if I search up bass tournament, there it is. You can also, so this is the event title, but there's also a description. So if I search up annual, you should see, annual pops up. You can even search up the users, right? And we'll showcase that in a moment. So let's actually go to this bass tournament. It seems pretty cool. It's happening in San Francisco, apparently, right in the center of San Francisco. It's led by a Sam Chen. The time is not specified because this is mock data, and this is a description of the event. And here are the attendees. This attendee list is a recycler view as well. So if this attendee list got really long, you would just cycle through it. This seems like a cool event, so I'm going to join it. And now you can see that it has updated. So every fragment pretty much has a view model, an adapter in the background. It has a recycler view, and everything is reliant on live data. So hopefully the UI should update live and in a very fluid sort of manner. And you can see that I show up right here, FishSync user. There should eventually be like a profiles page, but for the time being, it just takes your name out of your email and uses that. Now, if I want to leave the event, it was easy to join the event. It was one click. To leave the event should be a little bit more difficult because you don't want to accidentally leave an event. And so when you do that, a pop-up comes up, says, are you actually sure that you want to leave this event? And no, I don't want to leave the event, but you know what? After a little bit of more thought, I'm going to say, yes, I'm going to leave the event. If I go over to the personal page, you can see there are no events. This user was just created. So they are not signed up for an event and they haven't created any events. But let's actually go back and sign up for that bass tournament. It sounds pretty excellent. So I've joined it. Now I'm on the attendees list. And when I go to the personal page, there it is, right? When I actually look at the event, now I have the ability to leave the event. I'm gonna actually stay in there and I'm gonna go create a new event because I actually want to have my own Bass tournament actually in Houston as well. So I'm gonna say Bass um, demo tournament. Tournament. I should probably figure out how to spell that. Um, it's all good. I'm gonna go over to the date selection screen. This is one of those things that I spent more time working on than I probably should have, but I thought it would be nice that you should only be able to select dates into the future. And so right now, it's April 23rd. If I select April 23rd, press OK. Right now, it's roughly 2 p.m. So if I select, let's say I want this to be a 6 a.m. event, 6:22 exactly. If I press OK, it'll say you cannot select the pastime for today's event. So the time will actually check that it's only in the future. But if I do this tomorrow, so if I go to April 24th, a Thursday 6:22 bass competition, you can see right here that is a valid time, right? So I'm going to say this is the demo tournament. Once again, I think spelled incorrectly. Description, right? So this is the description of the event. And I actually want this event to occur in the center of, uh, uh, let's say, let's say Brazos Bend, right? This is a Brazos Bend Park. I really like this park. It's terrible for bass fishing, but it's a beautiful park. Um, it's right here in Texas, and so I'm gonna go over, I guess, in this rough vicinity. As you can see, the Google Maps that's present over here is pretty much like what we saw in our Android assignment. You can zoom out, zoom in, you can move over left and right, and you can use the Places API to go to that location. You can select on the screen so to specify the precise location. So maybe we actually want to go to Dragonfly Lake. You can see every time you click, it moves the marker elsewhere. So it deletes the previous marker and moves it to a new location. And if you long click, that marker disappears. So that's great. And I want to confirm details. So now that event shows up on my personal events page. Now, when I go to this bass tournament, I didn't start the bass tournament, so it asks me if I want to leave the event. However, the demo tournament was something I personally created, and so I can only cancel the event. So the leader of the event cannot leave the event; they have to cancel the event. And so the it cross checks who is the current user and who's the leader of the actual event, the event leader. And if you're the same person, it'll show you this button instead and I actually get cold feet about this tournament. And so I'm going to go and leave it. So press yes, and now the event is left. Now, let's actually create just a sample event FishSync, right? This is just to showcase that when I create this event, another user will be able to join, which I'll showcase in just a moment. So let's go over here, select time. Let's just select some random time and it's just description and it's actually going to be a Beverly Hills tournament. Enter. Okay, there's the event, sample events at FishSync. So the third part of this kind of app is the Friends capabilities. So the Friends fragment is split into three tabs: the My Friends tab, the Discover Friends tab, and the Friend Request tab. Well, this user was just created, so they don't have any friends and they don't also have any friend requests. However, they do have a Discover Friends page. This is all the users in the app. Um, and it has a recycler view where you can see them. You can even search for them. So let's say fake 3 is somebody that I'm interested in being friends with. Um, and I can select their name. So when I select their name, you'll see that the icon for adding a user will switch to a timer icon, which indicates that that friend request has been sent. So that will not show up in the friend request tab. That's only for received friend requests that you can accept or decline. This is for sent friend requests. And if I suddenly get cold feet, I can cancel it. And once again, staying in line with this idea that it should be easier to start something than to retract from something. Do you want to cancel the friend request? I can say yes, and it'll go back to that add icon, but I actually do want to send that friend request. Now, I think this is a good time to go over to Fake Three's account and see what the app looks like from their direction. So, oh, actually, a last thing to showcase is let's actually go right here. Let's delete this. And when I open this up under friend requests, when I send this friend request, you'll see that the friend request should update. So Fake 3, you can see right there, it created a new object, a friend request object, and every friend request object has like the ID or the request itself, as well as who received the ID and who's sending it, and the status of the friend request, which in this case is just pending. So that's what you see over here. So let's go over to Fake Three's account. Um, let's see, what was Fake Three's account called? Fake3 at email.com. Okay, perfect. Excellent username. So fake3 at email.com, and the password is password. So now that I log in, I can see, so if I search up FishSync, yep, there's the event that was created by the previous user. So I'm going to go over here. You can see bad, like, all the description being misspelled and all that sort of stuff. It's the same thing. And I can actually join this event. So now I can join a FishSync user on their fishing journey. And when I go to friends, if I go to friends request, you can see that FishSync user is right there. And when I update, if I actually accept it, so let me go right here. If I actually accept this, so you can decline it and it'll ask you like, are you sure you want to decline it? No, I actually want to accept it. And when I do that, it updates that status to accepted, and the the two users, the one who sent it and the one who received it, will have their friends list updated. And so now when you click over here, that new user is present. And you can even go and delete that, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to hold it for right now. So those are the primary functionalities of this app. It's hard to say quite what are the major components. I mean, there is the logging in, there's the multiple fragments, there's the incorporation of Google Materials, there's the incorporation of authentication, as well as the Firestore. I learned a lot of interesting things. Like, for example, I think one of the biggest things that I learned was when building a bigger project, how do you like separate concerns to make it more testable and you can like build it in increments. Um, I've never really grasped the idea of dependency inversion really well, and wanted to use some sort of like dependency injection in this app to test out different components in a kind of mock setting versus the actual kind of like production setting. So for example, when creating users, I initially just kind of had like a list, like I had a singleton object that said what was the global user and then updated that without necessarily trying to touch any third-party service. However, when I eventually wanted to make the switch to Google's authorization, I needed to update that. And so dependency injection was the right way to do it. So there wasn't this direct dependency on Google's authorization. The same thing was the data store. I originally had this like mock data store that was local. It was just a file that was being updated. And whenever I wanted to switch over to Firestore, all I had to do was switch out the mock, repository implementation to the Firestore implementation. The interface was the same, so you just switch it out on the back end. The code doesn't know the difference, and it all works out. And so I thought that was like incredibly fascinating, and also getting to use Hilt, the library used to do this. And yeah, generally, this is the app. I think I learned a ton in this class, and I hope this kind of shows off some of that capability. And I have interest in maybe continuing to develop this app out and share it with friends and see if people actually like it. So, yeah, that's my presentation. Thank you guys so much. Let's see. Can I log out? Perfect. So,